Alright, guys. We are playing Cataclysm. This this might look familiar. This episode might seem a little familiar to you. Yeah. We restarted. And you know what? That's okay. Because the thing is, you have to remember, this is a video game. And you have to do what makes you feel happy. Gotta do that. And if losing doesn't make you happy, you don't want to lose your character that's billions of days into the game over a stupid mistake, well then that's the way you want to play the game, dude. There are people that get really bent out of shape over that because they themselves have been trying really hard to be able to survive without any redos for as long as they can. And I am very proud of people that can play the game like that. It is no easy task, but I just want to have fun. And the reason I play this game is because it gives me inspiration to do things in real life. Learn more about survival and stuff like that. Gives me ideas for things that I could craft. I don't know. It's just really cool. So we are back at the hotel. I'm going to slow down a little bit. Now this hotel may look like it's been kind of gone through a little bit. Well, I've been going around to different places and getting planks and stuff. Coming up on the fortress now. Is it a fortress? Is it? It's the start of something. It's the beginning. But there is so much more to do. You see the shell of what I want this place to become. But venturing out into that inhospitable wasteland where there's just giant monstrosities full of Kevlar armor. We're gonna have to do something. We're gonna have to build even more things. We're gonna have to complete the projects that we currently have going on. Let's haul our spoils inside. We may have lost a couple episodes worth of spoils, but we still have things. I think that is the only carcass that I brought back. Haul the rest of this stuff inside. And now I can hit Shift O and select sort out my loot. And it will sort out my loot. Let's eat some of these boring sandwiches. Alright. Where's that water at? I think it might be this aluminum keg. But yeah. So I've got this butcher knife and this long rope right here. And I keep those there for when I come out here and do butchering. To butcher, it's just Shift B. And what I typically do is I just get rid of stuff like lungs and brains, because your guy just doesn't like to eat it. They really don't. It's not their favorite. Come on, cat. So now I've got all of this food to take care of. But the sinew and bones I can throw away. Well, We kind of need planks of wood. I've been going to the city and just wrecking stuff and taking the planks. But I think that we're going to do some crafting. Let's turn on some lights in here. Gonna make sugar beet syrup. Or no, that's probably the least priority. We gotta take care of this meat. Okay, so first let's take care of the scraps of meat. And let's do component scrap of meat. See what we can do with it. Make cooked scrap of meat. I don't think there's anything that uses a low amount of scrap meat. Even salted meat slice is like 10. Seems to all be like 10 or 20 scraps of meat. Fish bait is 10 scraps of meat. So looks like we're making 3 scraps of meat cooked. We're gonna take that, eat it at the table. Eat some more of these old sandwiches. Maybe take some dehydrated fruit out of here and throw these sandwiches in here and throw the rest of the dehydrated fruit in there. Grab what fell to the floor and toss it over here. I'm gonna throw our butchery stuff back because it's probably gonna be a while before we butcher again. Now we gotta take care of all these chunks of meat. Gonna need a lot of this. It's almost 6 o'clock p.m. turn on the recharger. And I'm gonna skip ahead to where this dehydrated meat, making some chitin powder, and then I'm gonna make some flour, and make some waste bread, and hopefully I can make some like meat sandwiches with the waste bread and the meat that I have. It's gonna take 3 hours for the chitin powder though. I made a batch of 20 chitin powders, which is gonna give me quite a bit of chitin powder. And we did have some, but I just like to get ahead on my ground chitin powder. But yeah. So come back again when some of these lengthy things are done. So as it turns out, I wasn't using my food processors to chop up the chitin powder. Instead, I was using my quern, or not my quern, but my like mortar and pestle to grind them up. So that's why it was taking 3 hours. See, this is the difference. An hour, 15 minutes. That's like 4 times as fast. But we probably have enough chitin powder. We have 165 chitin powder now. That's pretty good. But we are going to need flour. And again, we have the choice of food processor or the quern. It's actually a quern that we're using, which is like a big stone wheel that grinds stuff. So we are going to use some of our barley to make some flour. Now we're going to make waste bread, which is 1 flour, 3 bone meal, 1 chitin powder, and 2 water. We're going to make 20 of that. No. Make like 10. So now we're making a bunch of wasteland bread. Goes great with hamburgers. Gonna be cooking until like 2 a.m. though. Looks like there's a bunch of flour that didn't fit on the workbench. I'll just put it over here. Chunks of meat are getting old. So let's take a dehydrated fruit out of here and put the chunks of meat inside of that. Let's do something with chunks of meat. Hamburger. So chunk of meat, waste bread. Got some like pickled veggies we can use. Let's make 2 of these. Use some pickled veggies. Some mustard. Ooh, we should eat these hamburgers at the table. Oh, these potato chips are getting old. I'll eat those. Pick up those potato chips and we'll put those away. Grab some more stuff out of here. Like this oatmeal. This fruit leather. These noodles. Put away our potato chips. Should do something with the chunks of fat. I think I have a drum of animal fat. Yeah. Animal fat. Fat? $32. There's only 20 here on the floor. Not sure what I'm gonna do with all this animal fat. I'm thirsty. Let's drink out of our keg of clean water. Let's play with the cat. Turn off this light, turn off the recharger. Let's go to sleep. It's day 67. Well, at least day 67 of summer. The heat's actually comfortable. But I don't know. When I was out on the excursion, I kept getting very hot. I can't wait for autumn. In real life right now, it's winter time. There's the layer of snow outside. Wish it was springtime, to be honest. I love the snow. But I just can't wait to get outside and continue doing stuff outside. I had been making clay, and I gathered up a bunch of clay, and I've been like making stuff out of it. Like I made a little clay mug and a little clay dolphin figurine, and I fired the clay dolphin in a fire pit. Now it's kind of singed, kind of black in places, but I'm pretty sure it's fired. And the clay mug I made very recently, and it's been drying for days, and I'm pretty sure that it's pretty dry now, and it hasn't broken, cracked, and fallen apart. So I'm very happy about that, and I'm going to try to fire that. And I cannot wait to fire that. I tell you what. I want to see if I can put some coffee into it. Just eating the stuff that makes him happy. It'd give him joy to eat raw edamame? That's weird. So now we have a bunch of fruits and some sugar beets on the ground here. Let's make dehydrated fruit. I guess let's pick up what we got here. 6 blackberries. Let's see what else we got on our person. We got 23 blueberries. And we'll come back when I'm done dehydrating these fruit.